Live.
Everyone, it is Friday night. Welcome to the internet's premier call-in show. My name is Steve Boykin, and I will be joined momentarily by my better than your co-host Glory Jones, who is dealing with Everglades interwebs and had to reset. Huh? Oh, motherfuck! That's my phone. Not my phone. My fucking YouTube. Yay, that's me. Um, well, so the name of the show is Get Your Shit Together. And that's funny. My God, both of them? Jesus Christ. I'm doing fan-fucking-tastic.
Really?
Well,
Come on.
that hasn't happened in so fucking long, dude. That hasn't happened in
Yeah, this is the first time that's happened.
so fucking long. With two, yeah. Um, wow. Hey, at least I had two tabs open and was going to be looking at two chats. That's impressive.
It's true.
Anyway, you guys, this is our call-in show. We're gonna open up the phone lines in about 10 or 15 minutes. Please call in, let us know what's on your mind. Come at us with some weird shit, just not some dumb shit. That's all we ask. You're pretty pretty loose rule structure here, but don't be a dick. We're all good. In the meantime, today is the day one of the World Economic Forum's simulation exercise, CyberPolygon. Let me go ahead and pull this. What up? Here we go. With like 850 tabs open. So, according to their own website, CyberPolygon is a unique cybersecurity event that combines the world's largest technical training for corporate teams in an online conference featuring senior officials from international organizations and leading corporations. This year in particular, the World Economic Forum supports neat. We knew that. Where is agenda? So we've got there's Klaus. There's Mr. Schwab. What they were doing was they were simulating an exercise of here, let me jump over to their little 2-page summary of what CyberPolygon's going to be, and then we can talk about what happened in Iran. So the event this year centers around a breakdown of the cyber grid and the supply chain. Today, we see myriads of digital ecosystems emerge all around us. They're created by countries, large corporations, and even small businesses for the purpose of streamlining their operations. These involve a large number of interactions, both external and internal, with all the parties being closely interconnected. In this context, the vulnerability of supply chains has become a growing concern. An attack on a single company can jeopardize the entire ecosystem. In recent years, supply chains have become a frequent target of sophisticated attacks that are becoming harder to detect and prevent. In 2019 alone, such attacks surged by almost 80% compared to the previous year. The trend persisted in 2020 with a series of massive supply chain disruptions that affected hundreds of organizations and millions of people worldwide. Supply chain security is not an issue to be resolved in an instant. With that in mind, the central theme of the training this year will be ecosystem security and mitigation of supply chain attacks. So they've got red team, blue team. Last year, teams participated, practiced response actions at the moment of a targeted attack, and investigated the incident. Such format proved effective, enabling the teams to improve their practical skills. We decided to retain the same format with just a few changes. to accommodate the wishes of the teams. So the participants on the defense team, I guess red team, I don't fucking know, will deflect an active attack on corporate system responsible for assembling, testing, and delivering applications. The system manages the entire life cycle of the organization's business critical service. The teams investigate the incident, which started with a subsidiary's host being compromised. The host communicates with client's network via VPN. Same as last year, the participants will apply classic forensics and threat hunting techniques. Now, Derek Bros put the link out to the live stream for this event. It's like almost 8 hours long and unlisted. So I'll go run down my Twitters and grab that for you. What's up, Jones?
None much.
Glad you could join us.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Just assuming you're talking about CyberPolygon. Yay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the link to the whole ass live stream. Oh god damn it, where'd it go? I don't know, from Bros's page here in a minute. But first I did want to pull up one of your tweets this morning.
What?
Because
what? Okay.
Picture from a Tehran train station reportedly showing trips canceled right during the infrastructure grid and supply chain simulation at CyberPolygon. This is not the only thing that happened in Iran today. Disclosed TV has most of this. Large explosion hits a building near the National Radio and Television headquarters. Explosion in a park near the state broadcasting company rocked Iran's capitals. This is railway transportation reportedly hit by possible cyber attack. Iran was getting work today.
Yeah. And I saw that some Iranian stations did try and deny it. That's why I actually went and pulled that picture from that journalist, was because, reportedly, because I can't read Farsi or Arabic, it showed that the trips were canceled, and then that would presumably be because of the cyber attack. So, yeah.
Right.
Brilliant timing.
Right.
And then right after, the new chief of Mossad coming in says that he wants to ramp up covert operations against Iran after a history of using the Stuxnet against them. So, real convenient timing there.
It's true.
Granted, the cyber polygon is what's happening right now, but it's coming off a whole trend of covert operations against Iran. So
yeah, basically,
Yay.
From the moment that that Biden took office, that continuing, Vanessa Beeley called it the Trump Biden doctrine, or the Trump Biden policy for Israel, and that will be, the driving mechanism behind which destabilization in the Mideast occurs. They ordered drone strikes like as Biden was getting sworn in. The administration here is just a vile imperialist shit show. It really is. Before we open up the phone lines, guys, I have an announcement. I kind of hinted to this earlier, but we are taking the show full time. In order to do that, we need you guys' support. I'm going to
matching.
Yeah, dude. I remembered that there was like a picture where at least there was 3 of us in it, not picture, but live stream. So I grabbed a couple of different screenshots, and that's what like kind of came out of it. But if you can, guys, please do donate to that. Help keep the show rolling. We cannot do it at all without you. And that'll be the end of that bit, man. It'll at least be the end of us. So if you can, please donate. If you can't, please share. There are some additional ways to support the show. You can endorse the channel on Rockfin. It's $9.99 a month. You get all of the premium content on the network. Also have a PayPal and a Cash App. Both of those are at or $ Slow News Day Show. If you go to the tweeters, all of this is on the pinned tweet, including links to the Bitcoin and Ethereum wallet and Sleepy Josh's Buy Me a Coffee, which is buymeacoffee.com/Bort. If you are so inclined, buy this motherfucker a coffee. He earned it. He did. Guarantee. Jones? I I mean, are we off in being suspicious that the day that CyberPolygon kicks off, there's a massive grid, cyber, and infrastructure attacks all over, and attacks like
No.
right next door to media outlets?
No. No. 9 yet. No.
I mean, Jesus, dude. I don't want to be overly conspiratorial, overly suspicious, but holy shit, dude, the timing on it is just.
But you gotta raise the question.
Yeah. Sleepy? If you are ready, I suppose we can go ahead and open up them phone lines. If anyone's got a comment on the CyberPolygon or these attacks
Or
on
events. Our events this past weekend, because this is our first
fuck
call-in
yeah.
show since those. Yeah.
That's true. We didn't have a get your shit together last Friday. Last Friday, of course, I was. Oh, fuck my life. I just spilled some shit. I was getting off of a plane at like 10 o'clock at night. Couldn't do the call-in show. And then the next day we had some kick-ass birthday event for Julian Assange, not just at Echo Park in Los Angeles, but around the planet. Saw some incredible pictures and video from a number of different people. I believe it was 54 events in 22 or 23 countries, something like that.
It was that. Yeah, something like that.
That, I believe, to date is the single largest number of rallies in a day. Could be wrong about that. Could be wrong, but that's a very good sign, especially when you consider the number, like kind of out of the woodwork, number of more, quote unquote, prominent or respectable people that are starting to talk about this. What do you think, Jones? Any kind of silver lining there?
Just what you said. I mean, I feel like support among, more quote unquote high profile, the blue check light people is going to increase after the recent news with Siggy. I mean, granted, we knew he was kind of lying, but it was nice to hear but it was nice to hear it from himself. We can call.
You're live.
Hello.
Hello.
This is Skybox again. I want to sing a little late happy birthday to Julian Assange. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Julian Assange. Happy birthday to you.
Aww.
Yeah, of course, that he hasn't been free, and of course, Julian still hasn't been freed after hearing that bad news on one of the independent media things. Oh man, crap. This is
Have you got a question for us, or what's going on?
Just wanted to sing happy birthday. Not much to say, but I'll think of something. That's assuming if I ever will call back. Let's say I'm just don't want to be into being suspicious by my brother. Yeah.
All right, Dan. Thanks for calling in.
All right, man.
Bye.
Bye
Take
bye.
care, everybody.
Bye, friends. Bye bye.
I swear that's Daniel Upker. Dude. So Allie
it was.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead.
So Allie sent me a CNBC article earlier today. If you plan to quit during the Great Resignation, here's what career experts say you need to do. So the crux of it really is that there's been a push since lockdowns for something that there, and I can't believe this is actually a thing. But the Great Resignation, before you join the Great Resignation, it seems to only be CNBC, but they're really pushing this
Is that
Great
supposed
Resignation
to be a
thing.
play on the Great Reset, or?
I think so.
Okay.
The experimental gene therapy means a return to work in a wave of resignation. So this is apparently where this is coming from. But this Great Resignation bullshit. But I mean, there's stuff in the original article that's like, I'm not sure if it's good advice or not. I don't know. Like it all seems to be pretty silly, but then, like, if there's a gap in your work history, it's supposed to be a deal breaker, but now it's not because there was a lockdown. And even if you quit your job, you don't need to worry about not having another one lined up. And it really kind of seems like the phraseology there, Great Resignation, and the subtle pushes over the last couple of years for Kamala Harris driven UBI. It's making the alarm bells go off. It really is. I don't know. I'm not very comfortable with that. What about you, Jones?
I'm just like, I heard that, and my immediate thought was, so is this a play on the Great Reset then? So it must be a time with the Great Reset then. Okay, so it's a part of the same broader agenda to automate everything. All right, cool.
Oh yeah, no, I hadn't even really thought about the automation angle. I really hadn't, but I mean, I guess it's just something that's so prevalent in the background that I haven't thought about it. I don't know. I still like wait in line places for a human rather than use the automatic checkout and shit like that.
What? I ain't even gonna cap. Self-checkout is nice, bro. Especially like, when you gotta get in and out, like, bro, I do it to get my thing out, bro. It's like,
I mean, I'm not hating on anybody for it. I just
it's just efficient. I'm sorry. It's just way more for
But
big trips.
Not
It's
here.
nice to
Here
have
you do self checkout. You're still going to be waiting for an attendant every time.
Okay, yeah.
And then there's one attendant for like 8 self checkout lines.
Oh, yeah. Because where I go, it makes a tangible difference. So, but I mean, for big trips, then yes, it's nice to have a person.
Billy Kwan, thank you very much for the Super Ray. Appreciate it.
It's always appreciated.
say hey to some folks over here in the Rockfin chat. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, why? You go to Rockfin, you turn off auto scroll on the chat, and then you start having fun. Besides, man, so do you want to talk about this, dude? Because you did drop that in the chat in Element earlier, Sleepy. The thing where friend of the show, Allison Morrow, just got yeeted off of YouTube. We're not yeeted, but suspended. I'll pull up the tweet. Matt Orfala, you guys are probably familiar with. He's a video editor. He's done a lot of work. For Jimmy Dore and around that sphere, and so he was just on Allison's show because he had I believe his whole channel removed over just some absolutely dumb shit. And YouTube just suspended Allison Morrow after removing a video of us discussing how corporate news can break YouTube's rules, showing how corporate news spread COVID misinformation. Instead of suspending CNN, Allison is now suspended for exposing them. Allison, of course, the I Quit TV News channel, had a great conversation with her a few weeks ago, and will be going on her show here before too long. But in the case of Orf, he's been going through it, and this goes back, like January 6th stuff or election stuff. I wanna think.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's when the YouTube shit started, because remember in 2020 was when he got completely thrown under the bus by the Bernie campaign.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been getting it rough for a bit now.
What did he say? Where'd it go? Falsely accusing me of involvement with violent criminal organizations, demonetizing my entire channel, and threatening to delete it with another strike. YouTube says they made a mistake. They made a mistake. I want to see this violent criminal organization. Recommend appealing the strikes. This is so fucking ridiculous, though. Like, that's nuts. What violent criminal organization censored me for uploading a video about censorship? That's great. That's great.
Jeez.
I mean, it's just wild.
I don't even know. I don't.
All right, guys. 657-298-4767. Give us a ring. Let us know what's on your mind, what you got going on, how your week was, and while we're waiting for the calls to come in, Sunday we will be joined by the one and only Whitney Webb and the one and only Donnie Vedmore. We are fortunate to be able to, I believe so far, be the lone show to have interviews with both of them at the same time. Do feel pretty honored by that. Very nice, both of them, to do so. And I wanted to I saw that fucking Tim Dillon had a tweet out that it's fantastic. It is, and it makes a lot of sense. And boy, does it sound just like he watches Slow News Day. I'm gonna pull this up here. Look at this shit. I don't agree with most of the people who get deplatformed. That's not the point. I thought Trump was a con artist, and I've been proven correct. That's not the point. The fact that Silicon Valley billionaires now effectively run our country should trouble you. That's the point. when they can permanently ban the president, when they can remove people both left and right, it'll win without any accountability, when they have almost 100% monopoly on public speech, yes, an argument can be made that they run the country more than some moron in Congress. And so, I said this to Tim Loki, watch the show. If you do, hey, we're gonna have this interview tomorrow. And then may have hit him up to be a guest. So if you're on Twitter, go ahead and like and retweet that and let Tim Dillon know that you would love to see him on the show.
I just can't believe Twitter's gonna force us to stand up for Nick Fuentes.
Right?
I don't even know anything about that. What's going on? Like, out of the corner of my eye, saw that
He's banned or
trending, but I didn't know why.
It's because he got banned. So now we have to do the obligatory, Nick Fuentes shouldn't get banned off Twitter. Yay.
Well,
And then,
no, he shouldn't.
I mean, he shouldn't.
Little
But like,
shitbird and probably
yeah,
a fed, but
it's part of Twitter's. Well, it's part of these people's strategy, I think. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes they just like to go after the dickheads so that way no one stands up for them. They like to go after the Trumps and they like to go after the Nick Fuentes because they know that, oh, nobody's going to want to get caught saying that they shouldn't get suspended. But like, no, they shouldn't. They have full rights to be dumbasses and they have full rights to get backhanded for it. But they have full rights to say their shit.
Yeah, and if anybody...
It's called being principled.
If anybody has tried to corner the market for insufferable cunt with a platform, it's Nick Fuentes. It is. Shadowban Refugee, thank you for the Super A. I just want to hear from Mad Mom and Nom for my birthday, which isn't until November. But nonetheless, I want to hear from our Mad Mom. I can't be the only smoothie drinker that calls in. It sounds like a challenge, Mad Mom.
Mad Mom made an appearance on Anonymous Bites Back last night. It was awesome.
Oh, I thought that was her. I was like, is that Mad Mom? Like, I recognized the voice.
Yeah, no. We had the full crew was popping tonight, we had Mad Mom, had AK, Luby, we had the Local Leaks crew with Divine and Ted. Yeah.
There were a significant amount of people in that.
Everybody should listen to Ted. He has the most delightful goddamn laugh I've ever heard in my life.
It is pretty funny.
He has like very old Dutchman humor and a really contagious laugh, and it's irresistible.
Here, I want to make and I need to drop this in the chats as well, but Lucky Burrito has a Shopify page. And in order to raise awareness of the plight of political prisoner, WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange, we're donating $5 of each sale of these lovely keepsake-free Assange necklaces in hope of offsetting some of the tremendous travel costs incurred raising awareness about this heartbreaking situation. There are now glass refrigerator magnets with the same image available. Let's go to the necklaces here. And I think they're 2 for $25. I think, but you can correct me in the chat if I'm wrong about that. But I'll grab the link, drop it there. If you want to support the people that support the show, this is a good way to do it. And they're kicking some of the money over towards our travel expenses and all that kind of shit. So thank you, by the way, Lucky Burrito, Steve Cutler. Yeah, they're fucking badasses, as always. And Steve has just been crushing it with the fucking with the graphics lately. And there have been people who have asking if you can get posters of those images, and we're going to work on that. I'm actually supposed to have a little introductory meeting with a merch company this weekend, I think. I don't know. It's the people that do T-Lab stuff. He's putting me in touch with it.
Okay.
So that will be cool. So we'll have that going too. Is we're trying to make this shit work. We really are. And again, like the only way we do that is with your support. So we're gonna, do whatever we can to earn and keep that. Within reason, you sick fucks. Within reason. Saying. Some weird shit been going around the interwebs lately. Fucking weird energy, man. On that, I was in a Discord call earlier, and Shadow Band Refugee echoed a sentiment that I have said recently, which is essentially, Jesus Christ, fuck the left. It's just so sad.
I say fucking both.
I mean, yes, fuck the right, 100%. But my God, man, if the totality of your movement revolves, I'll come back to that.
Yeah, circle back. You are live.
Well, reminder to people: only call once.
Hello?
It's Skyfox again. Someone else is calling though, so I'm answering that one.
Okay.
You are live.
Hey, it's Will M.
Hey, Will, what's happening?
Hey, so Steve, I was wanted you to talk more about the WTO riots in Seattle and what you were there for. I noticed one of the things, they didn't interview any of the people in Seattle, just like they haven't interviewed anybody that was at the Capitol on the 6th. So I'm really interested to get your perspective on that. Sorry, I'm a little nervous.
Oh, no, man. You're absolutely fine.
I feel you.
For sure. No, so, I mean, I was there because I had a number of friends up and down the West Coast that were part of some more, I don't know, upfront and like frontline environmental organizations. I had a very good friend that was a supply runner to Julia Butterfly, who was doing her tree sit at the time. And when we had heard that there was a call put out for a large gathering in Seattle for the WTO, we were like, well, fuck yeah. So, I swear to God, dude, I'm going to guess, like, from where I was or from what I could see, and as we were walking into it, I'm going to guess like 75,000 people were down there. I'm not entirely sure. It didn't go.
We watched that in Tacoma. I was in Tacoma when that happened. I was 2000. I was 15 years old. I was at my friend's house. It was his sister, his brother, and his mom. We were watching it on King 5, and they spent more time trying to identify the Seattle police officer that pepper sprayed the college students. That dude knocked on their window, told them to roll it down, and then he filled them up with pepper spray.
Yeah. I didn't find out about that till later because we were in a little different section, and I was walking along. Oh God, dude, I'm really unfamiliar with Seattle geography. But we were walking in from we were walking downhill, so I don't know whatever fucking side of it that was, but we were there for probably about 20 minutes before all hell broke loose. And after that, it was more about like trying to evade riot cops and drag people to safety and fucking learn really, really quick that that diluted Malox is your friend when there's tear gas. To this day, I don't know how many, I don't really know of too many people that have had like a complete story of what happened. I mean, 99, I was 21 years old. I was making bad life decisions in terms of what I was putting into my body and how often I was doing that. I don't have the best recollections of this shit. I remember getting hit in the head by a cop with a fucking club. I remember that. I remember waking up like 2.5 minutes later, getting dragged by a couple of people that were like, you'd basically saying like, "Can you hear and can you see?"
Wow. That's crazy, man. That is fucking crazy.
Like we were trying to get out and we took a fucking wrong turn or walked into a kettle or some shit, and it was the fucking lights out, bro. Again, dude, totally unfamiliar with Seattle geography. Cops have been kettling protesters since there were protesters. They got better at it after they started getting all that IDF training. Started mapping that shit out like way ahead of time.
They do. That's why you always got to make sure that you're listening to, or at least you have connections with someone who's listening to the police radio, so you know where they're staging. That's one of the things I always liked about LA was they have a Twitter account called Recon Source LA, which basically is people who get together and like they tell people where cops are staging, so you know ahead of time.
So one more thing that I wanted to point out before I let you guys go. The OPCW, they're arguing over unexploded ordnance, and they don't post pictures of the valve where the gas supposedly escaped from.
From what? The
canisters, right?
The Duma false flag?
Yeah, that. Yeah, Duma. Yeah, that yellow canister that
who's arguing
keeps. Well, the people that are saying the redacted report is correct, and that chemical, that canister killed all those people in location 2, I think.
Yeah,
that's unexploded ordnance, and there's no debris on top of it, and supposedly. Right. It destroyed that room, and there's only a dent in it.
Yeah,
I mean, there's some dust, but it smells like some bullshit to me.
Yeah, that plays into the engineering report by Ian Henderson, which actually it doesn't 100% confirm it, but in that engineering report that was leaked to WikiLeaks by Ian Henderson, who made the report, not who leaked it, it basically stated that it was more likely that the container was manually placed there than dropped based off analyzing the dents and that and stuff.
Things weigh like a fucking 100 pounds.
Yeah.
They're not light.
They're not light, but it's not impossible to walk that shit up them flights of stairs. Or to
it's way
from a low flying hair
that it's walked up a couple of flights of stairs than it is dropped from a fucking airplane. Helicopter.
It would be dude. If it fell from a helicopter or an aircraft.
You would know. There would be more than a fucking half-meter hole in the ceiling and a couple of fucking pieces of like knocked over furniture. Some
There would be
plastic.
more witnesses saying that.
There would be a lot of people going, well, I heard wumpa, 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 wumpa. And then all of a sudden, something fell out of it and there was a boom. That's what you would hear. The whole problem with the narrative with like that's, oh, it was Assad, is that you have to completely suspend belief. You have to be willing to take the word of proven liars who take money from regime change organizations in order to destabilize and conquer specific regions for the acquisition of their natural resources or the land by which to run natural resources that you're stealing from another country through. And when not just one, not just two, but at least 4 known whistleblowers come forward on this with a number of other affiliates in and around the OPCW, at least quietly, and fucking not like over a blacklist, but definitely talk to Dr. Pierce about that. Have gone on record saying, yes, this was we're not going to do that. We're not going to say with any certainty who or what specifically happened, but what we can tell you unequivocally is what was left out of that report, and what was redacted from that report was information showing the opposite of the stated conclusion in the report.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't, I mean, like, and look, dude, it's probably safer and much, much more accurate ultimately to say, I don't know who's responsible for it. However, the conclusion of the report doesn't match the evidence. There's been a number of things removed, redacted, whatever from this report. That's in and of itself reason enough for me to question the veracity of the entire incident. We need to know more about this. And I think that's all that anybody
Got 2
who's...
calls in the queue.
Huh?
We've got 2 calls in the queue.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Love you guys.
Man,
I really appreciate what you guys are doing.
Hell yeah, bro.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling in.
Appreciate you.
Rock on. Keep on rocking.
All right, brother.
Yes. Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Later.
Hello, Stephen Lucky Burrito.
Hello.
Hello.
My sound here. Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Was good. Was good.
And Lucky B.
In the place to be. How are you?
Trying to get the canisters up the fucking stairs. You know how it goes.
Yeah,
kidding.
man, that false flag struggle.
You know, you could save your back, Steve, if you got one of those, like the little hand trucks that have the sort of, stair climbing mechanism on it. Just roll it up and then you push it button and it ka-thunk, and then you push it.
Like grandma used to?
Huh?
Yeah. It's like the stair climber that we put grandma in to get upstairs.
Yeah, basically,
That
yeah.
way-
Except for this would hold a canister by which you could stage a false flag.
I was in the market for a dong copter, but apparently Shadow Band has all the rights on them or something. I'm not really exactly sure. But
I'm pretty sure
Damn it, Shadow Band.
I'm pretty sure that Shadow Band Refugee is the type of guy who, if you came to him and you said, Paulie, bro,
yeah, if I would have asked
I
him,
really need to take a Dawn Copter out for a spin tonight, I have a very specific agenda, he would go, I trust you. You take my Dawn Copter for a spin.
People don't bring this up enough about Shadow Band, but he's very articulate and he has a glorious beard and a bald head. And most people leave that out when they're talking about him, but that's a real thing.
Yeah, because he only just recently revealed his face. That's the thing.
Well, and I think that maybe the point is that we should all be, basking in amazement rather than low
We
key
got a
down like
face
downplaying
reveal
the
from
whole.
Shadow Band, y'all. Okay, shit. Orale. Okay.
Wait, Lori, I need to give you a beautiful shout out because I just want to say, like, every time I hear your voice on that mic, I'm like, hell yeah! I'm like cheering you on, yelling, at the computer. And I gotta say, you have the most glorious hair. Like, I'm just like, my
thank.
Out of the best hair on the interwebs, I'm pretty sure it comes down to Glory, and maybe not in this order, but Glory or Eleanor Goldfield, Propaganda, or Lee Camp. I mean, I think those three right there probably are four of those guys.
Prop has that Jesus hair, so
Yeah, he got that.
yeah. Thanks, y'all. Though. Thanks. I'm glad you enjoy my megaphoning because I'm not gonna lie, I like the megaphone. So, what?
Yeah, you're awesome on it, man. Like, I would be out there doing the same thing with you. Like,
I got to say, when last weekend, last weekend after the Assange gathering there, the picnic thing, birthday party celebration, you guys went out afterwards, and I seen there was like a post of like Glory's backpack and a bullhorn on a fucking city bus, like gonna go yell at people. I was like, fuck yes. God bless that woman.
Yeah, so we originally went to downtown LA. We got off of Union Station and we walked up onto an ongoing protest, like an already running protest. So instead of bullhorning that, we filmed it. We talked to a couple of the organizers, one of the speakers, one of the vendors, and had a good time. Had some food, not bombs food. Interviewed those guys, and then went into Hollywood and got on with the bullhorning.
Yeah.
And then got on the train back home.
One more thing I want to bring up is you just said food, not bombs. The fact that Keith asked about me specifically for my poster, that just floored me, man. That's so humbling.
Aw.
So please pass it
Hell
along.
yeah.
Have you've seen Keith?
No.
Right?
No. Well, I may have in the past, certainly in my travels, but certainly not the last couple of years.
I mean, well, yeah, but I mean that fucking hippie is all over your brand of artwork, man.
Oh, sweet.
All over it.
Sweet.
Here, I'm gonna DM you. I'm gonna DM you a picture.
and one day, I promise, we will be out there with you on those bullhorns.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, fucking yeah.
Oh, you know what? Big fucking shout out to Hunter Carranza. She told me that and I forgot to fucking hit you back up because I'm scatterbraining an asshole and I'm sorry and I'll look into that. But I'm wondering where they should stay in San Jose because they're gonna come up for the Commander X protest.
Nice.
Hunter.
Oh, if you guys want me to make Commander X merch, like, let me know. And when is that date coming up?
It's Tuesday, July 20th.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can get you guys a package out, like, in
enough time so you'll have stuff to pass out.
Yeah, I'll get you guys some merch for that day.
Oh, thanks, Lucky Burrito.
And this is the best fucking show ever. So keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
We're gonna try.
Thank you guys for all you do.
One love.
We love you.
Oh, yeah, man. Thank
Much
you for
love,
calling in,
y'all.
guys. Thank you for kicking ass too. You guys rock.
Thanks, man. Peace.
Peace.
You're live.
Howdy, y'all. I love you guys.
Hello.
Hey, what's happening, man? Hey, make sure to mute up your live stream if you haven't already.
Yeah, I'm going to mute it right now. I'm so happy to be on the air with you guys.
Who do we got? I don't recognize the voice.
I'm a new caller, first time caller. My name's John. I'm from Ohio.
Okay.
You're who from Ohio?
I think you might smoke a little more than I do, but
You know what, man? I really I don't smoke all that much. It may sound like it, but I really
No.
this cart right here. I've been working on it since Tuesday, and there's a little bit more than half of it left. And that's it.
Yeah, the cart scared me a few years ago.
Do what?
Sorry. Those carts, man, they scare me a little bit, but I've heard they've gotten better.
So I'm fortunate. I have a friend who helped a friend of his get Santa Cruz County's first legal lab up and off the ground, extract lab. So
Oh yeah.
the carts come to me pretty reasonable, and and because of that, like, I know who the extract manufacturer is. I know where they're getting their carts from. I know the process by which they fill it. So I've got a lot of trust in what
You're
I'm
a
putting
smart
into
dude,
my
and
body.
I can tell, man. You're not buying no junk.
No, and I'm spoiled as fuck, dude. I live in Santa Cruz County. That literally grows on trees here.
I really want to be part of what you guys are doing, man. It's a good, like, I've been listening for 3-4 weeks now. I tuned into you. I'm really hyped, and I want to be part of this community and, like, raise awareness for this cause of Assange. Because damn it, it's I feel like it's our last stand against what's going on, and I mean, and it's something tangible that I think we really can fight.
I agree with you.
Yes,
And
that's so
I'm
awesome
sorry,
to hear.
where did you say you were calling from again? Why, I missed it. It muffled out on me.
No, you're fine. Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we have two of the Action for Assange organizers live in Ohio, and one near Cleveland, one near Columbus. And I know that.
Yeah, I'm in Columbus.
Okay, well then
I'm on board, and so my problem, I do a lot of listening and not so much looking. So I never watch your guys' videos. I always listen to them while I'm at work.
Okay.
And I even cheat and do double speed. Y'all normally sound like chipmunks to me.
That's funny.
But no, all right. So for real though, I'm looking forward to. I'm never able so I go back and I don't know anyone's name because I follow you also on the anonymous cast that you do.
Okay.
Nice.
And
okay.
I want to be in contact with at least do what I can to support. And you guys do have a Patreon or no?
We killed our Patreon several months ago because they they fucked over some friends of ours and they removed them from Patreon. So we've got we have a GoFundMe up now. You can always endorse here on Rockfin. It's $9.99 a month, and you get everybody's paywalled content on the network. We hardly ever throw up.
Does that really help you guys though? Do you guys?
Yeah, it does, because Rockfin Rockfin doesn't work in that they're taking the 30% cut YouTube is. That's not how that, we get the most or all of it, and it's based off of whatever the value of the Ray token is at the time. So a few months ago, when there were people, when it was like $5 and we had 30 subscribers, it was worth significantly more. Now it's a little over 10, but it's still, it does help in the immediate. The GoFundMe is probably more beneficial to us just because it helps get our bills paid and shit in the short term. But we're hoping, man, I'll be perfectly honest with you here. We feel like we've got something good in this show. We feel like there's still a very wide lane in independent media for people who are doing the kind of and
There's
the
not
quality
enough
of
of you, man. There's not enough of us or you. I want to be like what you're doing is great, man. There's definitely a market and a need. More importantly, a need for it.
Well, and here's the thing, man. We're the audience that we have. I'm fucking amazed by, because you guys are fucking, like, most of you showed up getting it. Most of you aren't here for any, like, yap bullshit. You don't want to hear about anybody else's show unless it's a recommendation. You don't want any bullshit or drama. You just want to know what's going on and how possibly
the fuck out of them. Like, why aren't you talking about Assange? Sorry.
No, I feel you.
Bro,
I used to do that
get it.
all. I used to do that all the time.
I mean, right now, dude, I have a tweet out thanking the people that have been talking about Julian lately, but also saying, yo, dude, it's pretty hollow if you're not going to use your platform to bring on the activists and the people in the community that are working their asses off in real time and have been to free this man, because your audiences are kept in the dark.
Real things that we can really be active, like really maybe hope at least raise awareness. And I don't want to keep the next caller, man. I'm sure you guys got someone else in line. I'm going to be in touch. Contact information. You guys, like, under description, Rockfin email addresses where I can reach out.
Yeah. Are you watching on Rockfin right now? I'll drop the show's email address in it.
I'm ashamed to say I'm watching on YouTube right now.
Okay, I'll do that on YouTube too. I ain't mad at you. The Rockfin account's free.
So I can stream YouTube easily to my television. So.
Okay.
So I was at a really weird, not really weird, because I've been in a couple of really weird hotels, but I was in like a Dutch hipster concept hotel in DC the other week, and I had to download like a Mirrorcast app in order to watch TV through the hotel on the TV. It was fucking weird, or to watch YouTube, but my Android Rockfin app worked fucking great when I had the Mirrorcast thing going on. And I was actually like pretty impressed, because to be perfectly clear, there's been some fucking hiccups with, getting the app out and getting all the bugs ironed out, and the chat's still kind of fucking wonky on Rockfin, but work in progress.
Cool, man. I'm digging the community. I want to shoot something out real crazy, real quick. Some food for thought, because I know Whitney Webb, God bless her. She's talked a little bit about AI. You guys talk a little bit about AI here and there, but here's a thought about AI that I've never heard anyone really mention. I don't like AI is out there. We're never going to have contact with it. They don't want us to have contact with it, because goddamn, that AI has obtained all of their secrets.
That's interesting. That is. I like.
All right.
Like, I mean,
you're already like using AI whether you like it or not. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, exactly. And like, so we're like, I feel like a lot of people hear about AI and they're like waiting for the day where, AI contacts them. AI, they're never going to develop AI that contacts us or has any kind of communication with us, because guaranteed that AI is going to learn all their dirty little secrets, and they don't want that shit exposed.
I mean, to whatever degree people put their shit out online, you're 100% right, and any decent fucking program would be able to more than likely predict behavior or expose past behavior based on that. I think you would have to connect to something in order for an AI to like read your secrets, but that's certainly fucking.
No, I'm not talking about our secrets. I'm talking about
the secrets of the powers that be.
Oh yeah, no. Once we hit singularity, we're all fucking slaves.
Yeah, like
Straight
I
up.
don't know. Just it was like I felt like it was an epiphany last week when they had that thought and notion. I wanted to share that with you and your audience.
Oh, yeah, man.
Like
That's fucking
Yeah,
wild, dude.
nah, that's cool.
I'm gonna marinate on that one for a little bit. I am for sure.
we need to contact this AI, because if there is an AI, and I'm almost certain there is multiples. And like, all right, what do you have on these assholes? Your designers, whatever you want to call them. Like, tell us their secrets, bitches.
That's fucking funny.
Sorry, it's been a while for me. I'm sorry.
Hey, look, dude, you're right though. A correctly programmed AI could become the most beneficial leaker or whistleblower on the face of the planet.
Yes.
Can say the
That
point
is
to that.
positive.
Yeah.
I like the way you think, man. I think you can call back. I know.
Cool. I'm good. I'm glad to hear that. Don't block me, because I'm gonna thrive in this community.
Hell yeah!
Oh my God, yes. We're happy to have you.
Cool. Y'all take care. Have a wonderful evening. God, or I don't know. Simulation bless y'all. Bye.
Take care, brother.
Peace. Do do. Do do do. Do we have any calls coming in?
I'm sorry.
We got another one coming in.
Okay.
You're live.
Yo, what's up? It's Divine.
Hey, Divine. We were
What's happening,
graced by
Divine? How you
Divine's
doing?
presence. Shit.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna take too much of you guys' time. I'm just here watching the show on my TV.
All right.
That's
What are you
nice.
all about, man? How was your day? You got anything what's the weirdest thing that came across your newsfeed today?
I don't fucking have a clue. I think that the weirdest shit was something about, I don't know, some type of animal story. I don't know. I've been scrolling to Twitter for 2 hours, and I see the same thing. And the weirdest thing, I'm already into the weird, but it's like I can't to rate the weird is pretty fucking weird.
All right.
So, kind of like, I don't know much.
All right. Well, do you want to plug your stuff with local leaks?
Yeah, I mean, we're still doing things. I mean, I'm still a little bit inactive in the server. We do have a Discord server for anybody who's willing to join. I do retweet some of their stuff on occasion. I retweet you guys' stuff. I do a little bit more now with ABB being on the show twice. So it's been very active for me these last couple of weeks.
All right. I'm putting the invite link for the invite link for the local leak server in chat right now.
Yeah, if anybody wants to join in, we post, alternative news in there. Ted is always busy in there, and he's always very proactive with people. So if you come in, stop by and say hello, voice your opinion, and, take it from me. I've been in there. I pretty much was one of the forces because Ted and other people from staff did ask me, we need your help. So I jumped in, and, I haven't regretted.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
So how's you guys' day today, by the way?
I did not catch that, man. I'm sorry. You're
How was our day? How's our day?
Oh, busy. Busy as shit, man. I feel productive. Completed the press release for the Commander X protest and have compiled a crap ton of email addresses for news outlets in Silicon Valley and the Bay Area and Santa Cruz. I am currently soliciting help from anyone who would like to email bomb a fuck ton of news outlets in general. And like, if anybody has a collection of email addresses for newsrooms, or for, I heard a trick is to send it to the advertising department too, because it guarantees that it's read. And normally the person at the desk goes, oh, that's not my department, I better forward it over. And so then it goes to the like right person getting sent from the ad desk.
Yeah, I've done that. Like I think the marketing department, but also there's other departments that take it in too. I think if you have me on the Discord, Steve, just send me the shit and I'll look into it and I'll forward some couple to that I know personally.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
no worries. I've known X briefly, so you know he's kind of like a friend to me. So any type of help I can do for him, you know, I'm always down for it.
Oh yeah, and I did.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that his sister will be relocating to California and in-state, and will hopefully be able to attend the rally, which is a mere 11 days away now.
Yeah, I mean, I know that there's a webinar for to see like his hearing and stuff. That's what I know, but I'm not sure if I can if that's confirmed or not.
Yeah, well, there's like a Zoom link for his hearing because it's supposed to be, you know, quote unquote public. The article containing the link is out on the Free Commander X _ Twitter page. So yeah, it's there. And then I think you can also call in too. But yeah, I don't know what the rules about live streaming are, but I mean, hopefully they know who they're working with on that.
Well, and so here, my thought on that is, if they're looking for an excuse to fuck over X, they could use live streaming his court appearance as an excuse to fuck over X. And I genuinely think that the more numbers, the higher amount of eyes they see on it individually, the more imposing that is, you know, on our behalf. Like the stronger in numbers we are, obviously they're going to have to be aware of the fact that, you know, they're not going to be able to just torture another activist in the dark.
Oh yeah, that's understandable. I mean, the whole situation of X is just fucked up. That's just my opinion on that. Just the way it happened and how it happened and all the bullshit. It's just messed up through and through. It with Julian, same thing. To be completely honest with you.
No, and you're right, and there are parallels, and these are people who advocates of each other. You know, there's a lot of. I genuinely believe that the Biden administration is settling a fuck ton of old scores from going after people in the cyber activism world that they didn't get their fucking hands on back when Sabu and Siggy were running around setting motherfuckers up all over the place. And we're seeing the real-time reality of that play out, not just with X, but with Marty G, with fucking Barrett. They're going after Emmy Best and all those fools too. Like, they're at war, and people are like, "Oh, let's debate over the word fascism."
I mean, yeah, I've talked to many people about this, and they're just like, "What the fuck? Like, is the Biden administration really that, you know, vindictive in getting every single cyber activist?" But I think they're doing more to do that and beyond. And
yeah,
I don't know how to explain it, but I've been analyzing this for a little bit, and it's just too eerie. Like, it's alarming, but it also sends out the message of what would happen next to the future generation. It's just like an intimidation from the next gen saying, don't be like we are, or like back in the late '60s with the black radicalization or whatever, with the Black Panthers and Angela Davis and all these other people. You know, it's kind of like the cycle's repeating, just with different people and different, I guess, topics, if you will.
Yeah, it's very much not just a war on like hacktivism and cybercrime, which is a part of it, but like I definitely agree with you where it's kind of a part of this broader attack on not like generic activism, but like dissident activism, like legit freedom fighting and alternate thought that comes with true and challenging activism. I think that's very much in danger right now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I would say more, but I don't want to hold on the line. I know there's people calling, so I will take my leave. Thank you both for taking me in. I mean, I know this was shocking, but you know, first time, first serve.
No, it's all good, Divide. Thanks for calling in, man.
Thank you, brother. Good to hear your voice, man.
No worries, man. I mean, reach me out on Discord, all right?
All right, for sure.
All right. Take care.
You too. Do.
What the hell?
Guys, imagine being on Discord and not being in the local Leaks and Slow News Day server.
Right?
Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Just saying.
That would be weird. I don't know if I would do that. I don't know. Trying to update the description in the Rockfin.
Oh, we have Resident Wizard in the chat, Rob. Oh my god.
Shout out to Rob. You know, much love. Resident Wizard.
Hey, caller.
Bubblegum douche.
You're live.
Hello, is this a Get Your Shit Together show?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Hi, my name is Jerry. I've been a long time fan of you guys. Slow News Day for years.
Hell yeah. How's it
Okay,
going?
Jerry.
I know how much we appreciate what you guys do.
Appreciate you, man. I do. What brings you to the phone line tonight, Jerry? What do you got going on in your world?
Well, in reality, what brings me to the phone is about 4 Miller Lights and a half a doobie.
All right.
Okay.
All right. This segment
That's
of the
cool,
show
too.
brought to you by Miller Lite and cannabis.
But frankly, what I was going to ask you guys is, and I think it's a question that probably a lot of peace activists ask themselves is, how does one maintain their sanity in this world on planet Earth when all these things are going on that are just impossible to that really should be impossible to happen in the first place. For instance, the situation with your friend and our friend Julian Assange.
Yeah.
When the man is obviously a innocent man, a genuine peacemaker whose only goal in life is to stop war on planet Earth, and he's being persecuted. How does one maintain their sanity when observing phenomena like that?
You want to go first, Jones, or you want me to?
I'll go first because I have a broad idea of an answer.
Okay.
I guess the first thing is I've advocated for this before, but I very much maintain kind of my outlets, and that, as you guys probably know, comes in the form of anime and sports and like just other shit interacting with nature that helps kind of, I don't want to say ground me because it's a bit of escapism, but helps me like just get away from the shit. So yeah, some escapism. And also I don't know, I try to have faith in kind of the interconnectedness of all of us as human beings and the way of the universe and kind of the way of nature that will eventually bring us all together. So I try to maintain some sort of faith in that sense. And yeah, that's kind of how I do it. Doesn't work 100% of the time, but nothing is meant to. So yeah, that's what I try to do.
But
Go
I
ahead.
always advocate dumping out your brain, is what I call it. But at the end of the night, like unplugging, turning off all of the computer equipment. And when I don't do this, I'm worse for the wear. Much, much, much worse for the wear. Grabbing a fluff book or like sci-fi fantasy. I'm a Terry Pratchett fan. The Discworld series is a great way to fucking dump your brain out, man, because it takes place in a world where the earth is flat and it spins on top of the backs of 4 elephants who in turn stand atop the world turtle who is hurtling through space. So
Reading is awesome too. I love going to bookstores. Sorry, continue.
No, you're fine. So dumping your brain out, but Jones is right, dude. Being in like the physical presence of nature and getting your bare feet on the ground or in the sand or in some water, skin to skin contact, hella important. And really, dude, it's just, I believe, Jerry, that you have infinite potential. I believe that a number of universes have that same infinite potential. And I know for a fucking fact that potential manifests in many different ways, some good, some bad. But if it's infinite, then we have infinite ability to overcome our immediate obstacles and work towards overcoming the larger obstacles. I know this for a fucking fact. I do. There are so many more of us than there are people in the predator class. And I would like to spend a little bit more time on the show, maybe like showing historical examples of how we've been divided and how we've been used, and hopefully that allows the audience to not be, especially people who are new to the show, because we do have a lot of new people that are here with us on Rockfin now. Like I don't want to belittle or demean or attack anybody who's watching the shows, trying to learn, who's just trying to feel this shit out for the first time. Everybody is on a path. Nobody is on the same spot on their path as you are, or I am, or Jones, or anybody else. So I think that if we can look at clear-cut examples of how, the vast majority of us have all been pitted against each other through wedge social issues, through different parts of the Abrahamic tradition, or different ways to say we are all one, or different ways to say love your neighbor. Like if we can see that, the more people that see that this is historically why we're ruled by tyrants and oligarchs throughout the history of humanity, I do believe that we can actuate our unlimited potential.
Well, I appreciate both yours, Steve, and Glory's response to my question about how one maintains their sanity in a world where impossible things occur. It sounds like you both have come across philosophical books or spiritual books that have affected your actions and words has been a driver. The philosophical or spiritual has been a driver of your actions. Would I be on base with that assessment?
I'd say so. For me, maybe not so much philosophical, but definitely spiritual. You know, I'm not very like traditionally religious as like, you know, I'm not really in favor of religion as a doctrine, but I think spirituality and faith is a beautiful thing, honestly. I love reading about it, and you know, me personally, I am very spiritual. So yeah, I think you're on the nose with that for me at least.
Yeah, I've had profound, lasting, meaningful spiritual experiences.
We got Rob coming in, calling in.
Okay.
Hey, thanks, guys. You know, you're doing a great job, and keep it up. Best of luck to you guys.
Thank you for
very much
calling. That was
calling.
awesome.
Thanks for the welcome to the crew. We just stick around. It's Sunday is going to be a hell of a show, brother.
Mm-hmm. Peace.
Take care, man. You have a great night.
All right, I'm gonna try to call Rob back.
Rob.
See if I can figure it out. We'll see.
Rob, call back in. Oh.
Oh, Rob. Oh wait, it's still ringing.
Rob, pick up.
Hello?
Hey, Rob. It's us.
Rob Juno.
I love you. I love you. I love you. You know,
Oh, you're the best, Rob.
Is the reason I'm calling. I thank you. The reason I'm calling today is because I am so stoned. I am so high right now. It's unbelievable. Everyone is working on a new strain of weed, and he wants to call it Orwell. It's hilariously good, man. I am so stoned, I got goosebumps all over me.
That's good shit, Rob. That's good shit. What is the name of the strain?
He wants to call it Orwell.
Okay.
Wow. That is
so jazzed.
That's heavy.
He came over with a big fat wet butt earlier today, and I've been drying it out all afternoon, and I just ground some up and smoked it, and oh, it tastes so good and it works so good, man. I feel like Cheech and Chong just erupted in my head.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's awesome, Rob.
But I still want to break a law, man. I still want to break a law.
Rob, Slow News Day does not encourage any of the audience to commit.
Yes, of course. Yes, I know. Too bad, man. I still wanna.
That's funny.
Oh, you're the best, Rob.
You got to move all that propriety over a second so I can commit some vile crimes, you know, like telling the truth about what I see in front of me, you know, that kind of stuff. All that criminal stuff, you know, the really bad thing, you know, telling what you think, speaking your mind. That's bad, man. You can't do that. You can't do it. Well, that's exactly what I want to do. And I want to hear more of it around me, you know. But everyone is so frightened now because, oh my goodness, if you offend the big people, they step on you, you know. Well, I'm reminded of way back in the day when people literally threw themselves on the gears of the machines to stop the fucking machine, you know. I remember that shit. I remember in the 70s, I got water cannons, you know. I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean they haven't. Well, they rolled out some of the good toys during the BLM excursions into the police state last year, and I hadn't seen it that bad since Standing Rock, and we hadn't seen it as bad as it got at Standing Rock since Ferguson, which was the worst it had been since Occupy. But I gotta say, man, those LRADs and those like ion or heat pulse fucking cannons, those are gnarly.
Yeah, proof of cowardice on the part of power.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just gutlessness. Oh, I'm afraid of these civilians because I'm all protected and armed up. I have to be afraid of these civilians now because I am the army. Man, it's unspeakably stupid in the long run and in the short run. And I can't imagine that this is not apparent to those that are pulling the fucking switch, you know? I think they know it. A friend of mine I was talking to a couple of years ago, he was, at the time he was working for some big money types, right? And he and I were talking about our disagreements over the politics and over the economics and all the rest of it. And he was telling me about participating in a thing that was kind of like concentric circles, right? The ones with the real big power get on the inside circle, and everybody's got their own little level of circle outside it, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's way on the fringes, and he's telling me, dude, I'm getting all kinds of bad vibes from the center of the circles. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, the gloves are off, man. They're not talking about us like people anymore. They're talking about us like wildlife.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the kind of thinking that the mainstream exists to massage into your subconscious every day, right?
Yeah.
You're not really a citizen. You don't really have rights. You only have these conditional rights, conditional on the favor of the powerful, right? And that's so upside down to everything I've been brought up on and lived on, you know? That's just completely 100%, 180 degrees the wrong way. And so I spend my day dreaming up ways to infect the minds of the people inside the central circle. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And one of these is to remind us every now and then, whenever I get the chance, that this is not the same old anymore. This isn't the standard old, everybody has to go get the pitchfork. The pitchforks are in our brains, man. We have to use our brains together now. It's not just our bodies we can crowd up against the machine anymore. And so I credit you, Slow's News Day, and everyone listening with keeping alive an essential flame of freedom. Just like with Julian on his side and all the whole A4A stuff. And you know I'm in there and have been the whole time. But in your own way, Steve, Glory, Ali, Josh, all of you guys are pushing for a truly fresh breath of political air. And I credit you so much for this. Glory, I wanted to point you out again. Listen, I know I'm probably going to blush now with all my creeping on you and shit, but I think you really are a special individual. I really do. Of all of the billions I've ever heard of, I've never seen your combination of passion and fact in so young a body. You know what I'm saying? That's really, really a beautiful and inspiring thing. And so you're becoming a national treasure your nation doesn't even know about. And I think that's critically important right now. So just sorry, that's all the blandishments I'm going to throw at you guys tonight. Make room for the next callers. I love you to death. Thank you for doing what you're doing. I'm slowly getting better, as you can probably tell. And I'm
that's so awesome.
You sound fantastic, Rob. You sound wonderful. It is always a pleasure to hear your voice, our resident wizard. We love you, my friend. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
You're the best, Rob.
All right, I'll be back in like a minute and a half.
For sure. So, because I'm like paranoid and I'm trying to figure out how this whole thing is gonna work. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the GoFundMe, and I will drop those links in the chat again. Look at how happy Sleepy is. Look at how happy he
Oh,
is.
guys, we're all in one place. That was so awesome.
And we're all wearing clean shirts. Look at us.
It's for
Let's go ahead
Mitchie.
and thank the people that have donated: Thomas Maloney, Edward West, Rob Juno, Mark Moore, Wendy Ward. Thank you, Nancy Vancher, Joyce Catanzariti. Shut up, Jones. How would you pronounce it?
I would say Catanzariti.
Okay. Well then,
it's just the fact that you got to the name and you were like, "Oh shit."
I hate butchering people's names, man. My name
I
has
know, me
been
too.
butchered my whole life, and I got feels over it.
We're live.
Yo, what's up, Josh?
Was good.
Hey, who we got?
Hey, it's Choosy. What's going on?
Hey, man, how you
What's
doing?
good,
Thanks
Choosy?
for calling in.
Hey, long time never talked to.
What do you got going on tonight, man?
Well, you know me. What it is. The Carnation Revolution of Portugal, 1974.
There you
Peaceful constitutional template for solution. And, you know, in general, the history of peaceful revolution is something that we need to look at. We have zero examples of successful political solution for fascism that we have. It's thoroughly bipartisan, it's deeply embedded, and it's generations old. And I think we all know that denialism fell flat on its face. And it's time to really, complete the therapeutic soap note. We've mastered the subjective and objective observation. We've come up with an accurate assessment of what the problem is. And now we need a plan that's achievable. And we need to look at what's worked in history. That's just, the way wisdom works. You got to look back at history and see what worked and what hasn't worked. And those who understand exactly what the intentions of our, not just our national and local, but our global oppressors have, their intentions are not good, and we are running out of time. And we need to just acknowledge our option. It's squeaky clean to talk about because the intentions and principles are peaceful. So it's not subject to censorship. It's a G-rated history. So what are your thoughts?
I want to know. I want to know what you think. What it would. Let's see. I want to know. I guess in the West, in 2021, where you see the groundswell for this coming from, and just, you know what, let's start it off this way. For the people who are listening right now, who see you in the chats, who have seen the phrase Carnation Revolution but maybe don't know what the steps were by which it was achieved, you want to let the folks at home know?
Yeah, let me put that in a nutshell. it's basically the principle is that when your nation is fascist, as we're coming to realize, and there can be no political solution, you know, the inferred most basic constitutional principle is that the standing military officers hold the constitutional keys, and they can unite cohesively with the specific intention of arresting the top offending fascist players. And they can do that as peacefully as possible, and they can provide military tribunals and then sentencing. In the Carnation Revolution of Portugal in 1974, no one was executed. They got prison sentences and some exiled to Brazil, which I'm not crazy about exile, but while Rome is still standing, we have to acknowledge the fact that we're dealing with Roman minions that have diplomatic immunity. So, you know, I mean, we can't arrest the Knights of Malta and put them in prison, or can we? I don't know. I guess it depends on how balls to the wall we want to go with Rome.
Well, in this, I'm effectively,
you know, I mean, oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, effectively, you would need those military tribunals in every Five Eyes country and Israel, and probably Saudi Arabia.
Ideally, yes, good point. Yeah, ideally, we want to leave Rome with as few co-opted nations to triangulate in this narcissistic, you know, triangulation conflict theater. Because that's all it is. All the top tier minions are Roman inductees through secret societies,
including Chinese and Indian oligarchs. Because if you do destabilize Rome, you create a massive power vacuum. And if there's
yes and no. I mean, the militaries will still be standing. It's just that, you know, the idea of Carnation Revolution is basically, I mean, it's almost too good to be true. That's what people can't get. Like, if you want all the goofy shit to just stop, that's how we're going to do it. You know, if we want to make all this goofy shit go away, that's how we do it.
Have you thought about the best ways to?
A lot of people don't.
Have you thought about the best ways to influence military leaders, or do you not worry about current military leaders and talk to their immediate or a rank or two down subordinates?
It would take some kind of social engineering. I feel like.
Steve, what I'm thinking is that they surveil everything anyway, and Carnation Revolution isn't a censorable topic. It's a history lesson, and it's a template for solution that's squeaky clean. They can't stop us from talking about it. So basically, I mean, I have a short video. I'm not putting a plug. I don't expect to be have a following or anything ever. But you know, I did it just to demonstrate that it's possible that you can actually get on YouTube and make a content that's actually addressed to the standing U.S. military officers. That's the way I titled it. And that's the kind of the content that we need to make at this point. It's indicated, and we need to pick up the Carnation Revolution topic and not drop it. It's not just like an honorable mention and then forgotten. That won't work. You know, I mean, we need to really rally around this. And I don't know whether Katie is just using me for narcissistic supply or what, but she promised not so long ago, a couple of weeks, that she's going to do it. So everybody else might as well get on board because, you know, why not? You know, what do we have to lose? At very least, it would be tremendous leverage for negotiation. They don't fear anything less than Carnation Revolution. When they hear that, They're going to say, "What the fuck is that?" And when they find out, they're going to be concerned, and they should be. Did you see General Milley? You know, he's no nonsense, and that was just over. I mean, it was stupid topic that they were talking about. You know, with what do they call it? The new correct racism. What's the name for it?
Correct racism?
What?
General Milley, he was in front of Congress. You have to look at the video, but that's all we need, basically. Carnation Revolution of Portugal began with basically one general. You have to do some digging to get the correct narrative of it, but it started with one general who had seen enough. And he got the rest of the generals to rally. And that's what you got to do. That's what we need. We need to, you know, have the confidence that we can make this happen. It's our civic duty as citizens to acknowledge the constitutional option. Nobody else is going to do it. The media isn't going to do it. We have to do it. We have to do it. And we can't do it in the streets. We have to use the tools that we still have. YouTube, you know, it's a YouTube topic. And it's been, you know, I know you guys have been like trying to prove that, you know, exhausting every other avenue of negotiation, you know, what Jimmy did and everything. But, you know, we are done proving. You don't need to hack anything to prove anything anymore. We have a mountain range of evidence and a huge money trail. We just need the will to have judgment, justice, and dignity arrive. We need to make the choice. It's like going up to the wall and throwing the light switch.
Yeah, I mean, I think it may be a little bit more.
I want to get that off the chest for a
essentially,
long time, you know.
Essentially, but I think that in this atmosphere, in this era where we don't necessarily have like nation states anymore. We've got, you know, what I would consider Rome, which is the West and its vassal states and subsequent, you know, proxy territories, and then some Russian oligarchs are you know, fence riders and do a fuck ton of business with China and Iran, Syria, Venezuela. Some Russian oligarchs exclusively deal with the U.S. Some exclusively deal with the U.S.'s traditional enemies. I think that it would take nearly a global, damn near simultaneous effort in order to it comes down to deposing people who don't hold office. Do you know what I mean? And
Well,
that,
you know,
communicating that.
we've seen the critical. We've seen the collective consciousness rising to a critical mass. We've seen all the protests around the world before they even came here. You know, so we know that the will of the people is there and the goodness is there in the bulk of the people in every nation. We know that, you know, just like in here, that China and Russia are completely Roman minion controlled and they're top tier. And the rest is all conflict theater. So what better way to get the dominoes falling than to have the nation with the biggest, fattest military repurpose itself for the specific purpose of putting a stop to this Roman fascism crap.
Have you reached out to have you reached out to any of the prominent anti-war veterans about this?
What?
Have you reached out to any of the
Veterans for
prominent anti-war vets?
Veterans for Peace it seems to be dead in the water. They're more into gender issues and stopping abuse. Apparently, they don't want to hear nothing about Carnation Revolution. I left them emails and I got no response. It's really up to us. It really is. There's like nobody else on YouTube. I mean, like I said, Katie's saying she's going to lift the torch, unless she was just like being sarcastic. I don't know. Maybe I'm on the spectrum and I can't tell people are punking me or not.
Well, I'll tell you this. Are you talking about Katie Halper, right?
Yeah.
So
I've been expecting her to do it any presentation. Next shot is Sunday. She might be lifting it. It's her birthday. She might be raising the topic. I don't know. I'm waiting to see. But there's no reason for us to wait. She even said that the reason that she's doing it is because nobody else is. And it's worth a look. We could just ease into it easy with the history. We don't even have to, get all hoity-toity about all the amazing parallels to our situation, And you don't even have to necessarily tell people about Albert Pike's manifesto right off the bat and how they're planning World War III to begin in Israel and predictably programming us for that. But just ease into it and then kind of stick with it and then be like, you know what? We need this. It's not a luxury. We need it, And Mick Jagger promised us, God damn it, we get what we need.
Yeah, it's fucking funny.
Right?
Yeah, funny.
All right, we're going on 16 minutes, guys. We got to wrap this one up.
All right, thanks a lot. I love you. Much love and gratitude.
Thanks, Choosy.
You are live.
Hello. Hello.
So this is Eric, and I think I met you at the event of Julian's birthday.
Oh,
hey, Eric, how's it going?
Eric, I remember.
Hulu.
Doing okay.
Yeah.
So that's some interesting material I shared with you that I'm not going to talk about at the moment, but I'm looking to have a discussion about that sometime. And I got like a new song, which was about Julian Assange, that's put to the music of Another Brick in the Wall. And so it goes like, we don't need no extradition. We don't need press censorship. No espionage charges on our journalist. Biden, leave Assange alone. Hey, Biden, leave Assange alone. Wars fail, your wars fail. Let's get Julian out of jail.
Hell yeah, dude.
Solid.
Well done.
Just some lyrics that came up. Thank you.
Nicely crafted.
So, yeah, be interesting to have a discussion with you sometime. You got my number.
I do, man. I do. What I don't have is the fucking shred of fucking time at the moment. I'm just fucking. I gotta run out as soon as we're done here. I gotta go up to my kid's house.
Little sweetheart.
Gotta go to a dump run in the morning, and then I gotta come back here for an interview, and then I gotta go back up to my kid's house because there's a giant fucking mess in the backyard because their cousins were over for like a week and a half have fucking trashed the place, and they just kind of looked at it like, meh. So I've got to be a slave driving father for God knows how many hours. And my 15-year-old has to work. So it's just going to be me and the midget. And he's not going to be pleased.
Waylon is a sweetheart.
He is. You're not wrong.
He is not a midget.
Well,
He's going to grow up just fine.
I have no plans on anything that I shared with you, so whatever happens with that's cool with me. I'm just looking for discussion and ideas around it. That's all.
Right on, man. Right on. Well, when I do have some time to actually like dig into that and do some follow up and shit like that, then we can sit down and we can run through it, because I'm sure that there's some more to add to it.
Yeah. So I heard you guys were like into doing some sports in your past. Like what type of things were you guys into?
Soccer and hockey.
I played a bit of, I played volleyball, club volleyball a bit, did track up until my sophomore year in high school, and basketball for the majority of my life up until the beginning of my sophomore year in college. So, yeah.
Wow. Impressive. And you did hockey, Steve?
Yeah, and real football, not American football. I passed on a scholarship to a Division III school because I didn't want to go to a Division III school, and I also didn't want to go to St. Olaf's University in Wisconsin to be a scholarship midfielder. But I would no disrespect to any St. Olaf alumni who may be in the audience. I'm not trying to disparage your alma mater in any way, shape, or form. I just really wasn't into going to school in Wisconsin in general. Nothing against the Badger State. It's fucking cold. My shitbird cousin there, it would have shown up. God damn, I know they would have. You fucking rat fuck. Anyway.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I did track too. I did track for a couple of years, and my fucking like, I am not a towering giant. We have established this, and I threw shot put and discus, and I was good. And my son now throws discus, and he is good. He
Can
is.
you spin right?
Huh?
Can you do the spin right? For discus.
Damn near. Like he's got that shit pretty fucking down. It's what it is on the release. So he's a lefty. And so like the way that he releases the disc is a little bit counterintuitive. And so he needs to work on that bit, and then he also needs to remember that he has hips.
Oh yeah, that's the big
He
thing.
should be using them.
I remember I once threw the discus so well I actually like burned my finger. Granted, it was also like at Dade Christian, which is in Miami, which is cool in Miami, so it was like hot as fuck. But yeah.
Oh, dude, I went to a camp, I think my sophomore year, and it was co-ed. And it was like held at a Christian university, which didn't mean shit to anybody that was there for the camp. And like, that was a fun week. I remember that being a fun week. I do.
Well, you're fun people.
Learned a lot. Very, very much improved my technique.
Oh my god.
With the discus, Glory Jones. Jesus.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, I never got a lot into like normal sports because like I was into like drums and there was like divisions in high school. There were the jocks and the stoners and all that. But later on, like when I did like drugs, all the drugs had told me, get off of us and start doing like flow arts and which is like hula hoop and juggling and stuff, and then Tai Chi. And so I started getting into that stuff to a point where I could now like spin hula hoops around my head. But you've seen the video of me doing that and stuff. So
well, we watched you do it at Echo Park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wasn't perfect, but when you put it on, you know, a national level, I'm still pretty good.
Hell yeah, man! No, that was cool shit. It was.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll catch you guys soon. I'm sure. I like listening to your programs.
Well, thank you, Eric. We appreciate it.
Yeah. We'll try to get you on the radio too.
Hell yeah. All right, man.
All
well, you have yourself a good night.
Yeah, have a good one. Nice talking.
All right, take care, man.
All right, bye.
You're live.
Hello, hello.
Hello. This is Kyle. How y'all doing?
Hey, Kyle.
What's happening, Kyle? Where are you calling from?
From Houston, Texas.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, H-Town.
I used to I did Renaissance Festival there, the Comro Lake, the Texas Renaissance Festival. And I did the one outside of Waxahachie.
My brother went to that one, I think.
You one more time?
Sorry, I could talk over you. So you said you did one in Conroe?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I was just saying that. I haven't ever been to Renaissance, but I've heard y'all talk about how you used to do that. That's never had the desire, but my family members have done it. But anyway.
I had never heard of one or been to one or had any idea what one was until I was being smuggled into it in order to get hired at it, in order to start my career as a Rennie.
As a what?
That's a professional Renaissance festival, full circuit worker. You don't always necessarily have the same job or work for the same company, but for 10 months out of the year, you do 5 or 6 shows, follow the weather, and you have the winter off. In most cases, or at least in many cases, in order to do it with any sort of like comfort level, you have to be a booth manager or a performer or someone who gets a fuck ton of tips or something like that, because sleeping in a tent everywhere sucks ass.
Yeah, I imagine.
Especially in Texas, where those fucking rosy tarantulas are, like right outside of fucking Waxahachie, where the Scarborough Renaissance Festival is. Some gnarly ass snakes in that fucking creek too. Like
water moccasins.
Tarantula in Texas before. I'm just an easy guy, I guess.
They're rosies.
Well, I was just curious what y'all's favorite books are, and I was also curious what Glory thought about all that's going on with that Miami, or was it Miami, with that tower situation. I saw there was a bunch of Israeli citizens or the IDF being involved, and I was curious what y'all thought about that.
I don't even know what's happening, man. Honestly, I don't. What I will say is, was watching the local news earlier today, and people were saying how another building nearby in Miami was also evacuated because they thought it was going to collapse. So the paranoia as a result of that is definitely going around. Yeah. And then also,
Yeah, it's just weird. It's on
like
the
I
news,
know,
and I'm like,
yeah.
what's going
And there
on?
were like a lot of people that were unaccounted for too. Like I know at one point I heard on local news that they were even gonna say like they were gonna collect like DNA samples like via spit or something like that so they could try and identify people and like match family members and stuff, which I thought was okay. But yeah, I mean, I honestly I honestly don't know. It's like I'm so close to it. Well, I'm not like in Miami per se. I'm actually up in Broward, but like, I'm so close to it and I'm hearing so much details about it every day that like it's weird to make a judgment yet. But yeah.
Yeah,
Then
it's hard.
I'll have to get back to you on
You're
favorite
a little
books
too
because I'm
fast
indecisive as fuck.
uh, you- with where you are, because it's like Broward County. It's like, that's it's like when I heard that area of Florida, I was like, oh gosh, what's the IDF being involved? But I'm like, well, maybe it legitimately is just so structural issues. It's like, but I'm always like,
Yeah,
you know,
that's the thing is because it's in Miami, I don't want to rule out the fact that it's structural issue just because when you're in a place like Miami that's so humid that has such kind of a porous foundation to begin with whatever groundwork you're trying to build, because of those factors alone, like I genuinely don't want to rule out the fact that it could be something structural, but at the same time you don't know.
Yeah.
So it's like
Well, and
yeah,
it's not like you're going into bedrock when you're building in Miami.
yeah, no,
And
you're going
there
into
are
porous limestone.
Yeah, there are sinkholes and shit like that. Like it's not necessary. The beachfront property in Miami and really southern Florida in general is fucking rolling the dice every day and has been for a couple of decades. Like Jones says it's like one of the most, passed around sayings in Miami, but it's the skyline that cocaine built. It really is, and when you combine that with the ground that you're building into and on top of, these shits are on stilts and going into sandstone and limestone.
Mhm.
That's
And
porous, yeah.
especially, yeah, you can't even go like dig that deep in Florida. Like I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but like in Florida, we don't have basements. We can't have basements, and like
Yeah, we don't have
that's
there in Houston.
yeah. But like
Yeah, you're in
yeah,
a fucking floodplain.
yeah, that yeah. But like, it's one of those areas where we can't have basements because, specifically in Florida, it's because the limestone and the dead corals that make up the foundation of the state are so porous that water just comes through.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, well, it's good to get that perspective. Yeah. So, yeah, the whole
you were
a little weird with the government being involved, but I was like, why? But
I don't
get
put that past the government either, though, too.
Yeah, I think if it came about that like building housed, a dozen laptops that belong to Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell, it'd be way more sus.
Yeah.
But if like Hunter Biden left his other sketchbook there, like something like that. But do you see there was somebody that got arrested going in and like spray painting on the fucking wall of Hunter Biden's art gallery in New York? He like Facebook lived himself getting arrested.
What a hero.
Oh yeah, but he sell his art is. I saw something about that. He's an artist on Twitter.
Bro, here we'll do it live. We will. Hunter Biden art. There we go. Hunter Biden artwork. And where's that $500,000? Oh my God! There's a New York Post article called "Hunter Biden's artwork is actually good." Experts say. But yeah, let's pull up the CBS News article on this. This is lovely. It's lovely. Hunter Biden's art deal. Do they actually show the art? Because this is just, yeah, so between $75K and $500,000 for some Hunter Biden artwork.
That's sketchy. That's not sketchy at all. Jeez.
I mean, if that doesn't scream money laundering, I'm not sure what does. I think that an actual picture or two of the art is up in this other tab. Yeah, here we go.
Or is it like creepy
Look at
Jeff?
that picture. Oh my God! Look at that fucking niece raping weirdo. That's the artwork. It's untitled. It's untitled. Okay.
I love that he's using a straw when he does it, so like he feels right at home.
Right?
It looks like he's hitting a fucking straight shooter, dude, straight up.
That's fucking hilarious.
Anyway, well, yeah, I'll keep y'all. But yeah, it was great talking to y'all. Yeah, but what's y'all's favorite book? One book recommendation from each of you.
Oh shit.
Okay. So this is a dump your brain out book. But it's Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett.
Fuck.
Very Good Omens.
Yeah.
Looking right now.
I would also recommend Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón.
Nutter.
The autobiography of Malcolm X.
Okay.
That's a good default one. Why the fuck do I have? I'm trying to look at, yeah.
Autobiography is like, so I didn't know he wrote one. That's cool. All right, cool. Yeah, I've got a week off. I'm a teacher. I'm about to start school, so I will.
Oh, cool.
I'm looking for something to read.
All
Anyway,
right,
yeah,
cool.
well, enjoy the rest of the evening. Thanks for taking my call.
Hell yeah, man.
Thanks for calling in.
Hold it down there in Houston. It's fucking crazy in Houston.
All right, good night, guys.
Hey, take care, man. It is though. Houston's a wild fucking town. People who don't like the people who shit on Texas have like never been to Texas, right? And the people who have been to Texas who shit on Texas are still like, okay, but it's fucking like it's nuts, you know. And
see, that's the thing.
It's not hate for Houston. It's just like this is one of the wildest fucking towns that you could ever fucking find yourself in the right part of it, depending on what part of town you're in, dude. It's fucking.
I'm just like Florida trumps Houston in craziness. That's all I'm gonna say. Was good, caller.
Órale.
Órale.
What's happening, man? How you doing?
I'm fucking excellent, man. I figured I'd try to get everyone else to call in tonight instead of fucking hogging up the phone lines all night and shit. Talking about dongcopters and fucking, I don't know, fucking tourists and the fucking, in the anal cavities and shit, you know?
Yeah, well, here we are. So, you know, I don't fucking...
Here we are.
Dude, I was talking about Dongcopter. I was at my ex's house. I forget how thin the walls are in that place, and there were like a couple of teenage kids that were over, and boy howdy did they want to learn more about Dongcopter. So now Dongcopter has a couple of new acolytes from the Santa Cruz mountain area, and I at least won a cool parent of the day merit badge, and also holy fuck, I can't believe my dad just said that out loud, merit badge.
Oh yeah, dude, repping fucking Burke all sick, yo. Fuck yeah. I'm fucking we're taking over the world with our hermanos, bro. It's gonna be it's gonna be lit. But I heard you fucking saying something about Jesus Christ, fuck the left. And I kinda wanted to echo that Jesus Christ, fuck the left.
I was copying you, so
I know. I think because so you echoed me and I echoed you. Does that mean we're in an echo chamber now?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Gotta fuck this up. The Chicago Cubs are the greatest baseball team to ever grace the face of God's green earth.
Okay, yeah, well, baseball is fucking boring and stupid.
See, here
Thank
we are.
you.
Now we
Thank
have
you.
time. Now
Thank
we
you,
can move
Shadow
on.
Band. Shadow
Now
Band.
we can
Yes.
move on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, I was born that way. You don't see me like I don't. I will go to a game and I will watch highlights, but I'm not the type of dude.
Bro,
that will sit through a
I
9-inning
feel
baseball game.
I feel like bad about it, honestly, because like I will legitimately watch any sport, but I just for the life of me
It's
can't get
hard
into
to
baseball.
watch. It's hard to watch if you're not in the stands, if you're not like at a, and not just any park. Like it's got to be a good park. Otherwise, no, dude, it's pretty shitty. Yeah, but I was born a Cubs fan, and a Cubs fan I shall die, even if I am not, like dressed out every day. And fucking spending money I don't have to get good seats at Wrigley. If anyone has an inn with good seats at Wrigley,
Holla at your boy. Holla at your boy.
You never know who watches the show, man. You never know. It could be somebody that's like, yo, I'm broke as fuck, but I get 4 tickets a year from work.
Yeah, so winning. That's fucking winning right there. Just got to pay for your fucking way out to fucking Chicago. And did I say
Premier League? If you have Premier League tickets, just saying.
But I really did want to touch on that subject of Jesus Christ fuck the left, because we have come to a fucking point in human history that we really do need to have some type of a realignment. Because what does the left mean? It's so fucking subjective, right? Like, I'm confused about what the fucking objectives of the left are, right? Just as I'm confused about the objectives of the right, like, these terms are like, they're antiquated, it seems, right?
Legit.
Because, like, yo, if I'm going to say that I'm on the left, if I'm going to say I'm a leftist, if I'm going to cuck myself into a fucking box like I'm an ist of some sort, I have some type of ism in my fucking, in my identity, then what am I really fucking alluding to, right? Like, am I going to fucking align myself with fucking, like, Mao worshippers and Stalin worshippers because they're on the left? am I gonna fucking align myself with fucking like fascists because I'm on the right? Like, I don't see how this dichotomy of left and right really serves humanity anymore. And for
It's an
people
op.
onto these old, yeah, like for people to cling on to these old identities from the feather pen and candlelight days is really, it's counterproductive, right? I don't.
Go ahead. But yeah, I got thought.
I don't see how the terms serve us anymore, right? Like, because if the left means that we that it's more of a focus of collectivization, right? Collectivization in the wrong hands can fucking be dastardly. And then if the right is supposed to be all things being in private hands, then that can be used dastardly as well, right? And on a very basic philosophical level, the individual and the collective both survive and exist in a symbiotic state. And so insofar as the individual suffers when the collective suffers, and the collective suffers when the individual suffers, because the collective is made up of individuals, right? So how, I guess, rather than just posing the question, how do these terms serve us any longer? What really is the thought process to move forward in a nonpartisan and non-aligned movement? Because I guess I'm kind of in the vein of like Murray Bookchin when I say not left or right, but forward. Because it seems like the left and the right are anchors forcing us to stay put.
Well, I mean,
Word, just all of that.
I agree with basically all of that. The terms left and right, as we know them in U.S. politics, are based off of where the French Parliament sat in the 1780s, 1790s. What it means to be on the left. I don't even know anymore, because even 5 years ago, these were people who wanted to protect free speech, who wanted to, to increase the amount of free assembly, that, or at least like the quote unquote like progressive or hippie left, like those fucking guys. I was talking about this on Burmis this morning. Fucking, these are the same people, the same crunchy ass granola fucking hippie moms that were going off on the school when my now sophomore was in kindergarten over antibacterial everything, over fucking hand sanitizer, over the kind of food and the frequency at which they get it, and like all of this shit that was, I mean, screaming about immune systems. I'm not kidding. And 10 years later, 9 years later, whatever it is, triple mask, double masked, fucking little personal thing of refillable hand sanitizer that you can refill from the larger thing of hand sanitizer in your car, that you refill from the fucking 50-gallon drum you have that your fucking friend made.
but made using recyclable plastics. Don't forget that.
Right. Because
I mean, at this
does anybody
point,
even believe that anymore? Or do we just look at the fucking made with recycled materials and go, I'm a good person? That was worth
I mean,
the
I
extra
think at this
$3.50.
point, like, it really should be more and more obvious by the day how much the whole left-right paradigm is just an op. Like, I mean, yeah, I don't know what else to say. That's why I always say that there's two sides of a psyop coin, because like with every op, there's a way it affects the left and a way it affects the right. So that way, with every psyop, you can further enforce division along with it. So, I mean, yeah, that's just my kind of concise thoughts on that.
Yeah, so like we find ourselves in agreement, and I just don't know how to begin the process for the human psyche to get out of their own comfort zone, right? Like, and I shamelessly fucking parrot this talking point, or I guess concept that we say in the rooms of recovery, is that like comfort zones are kind of like sitting in your own shit. Yeah, it's gross and it's your shit. You're sitting in your shit, but it's warm and it's yours, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how to subvert this dominant paradigm without offending people's sense of identity and reality so fucking far beyond the margin that they're just gonna fucking turn me off and say I'm a smoothie drinker, right?
Mandatory mushrooms.
I don't know how anyone gets to that.
Mandatory mushrooms. What we do is we get 5 friends, and if they haven't taken a squeegee to their third eye recently, we be good friends. And we go, here's your heroic dose. Go remember some things, go learn some things, and then you go do the same thing to 5 of your friends. Don't overlap. It's music festival season, right? It's concert season fully again, huh? You see where I'm going with this though? Like even in business culture, microdosing is accepted, if not openly encouraged. So the idea that like a fucking button down, douchebag wouldn't do this, I don't know, man. Getting more plausible. So if not mandatory mushrooms, at least like vociferously encouraged. I don't know, dude. I really but fuck, it's worth a shot.
Like, well, and I think really hallucinogens at the very basic level open up your concept of spirituality and connected nature of humanity, and like the things that actually bind us as a collective species. That fucking thing that's just below the surface, right? That we live on top of the iceberg above the water, but the fucking psychedelics can kind of open the door to the rest of the iceberg under the water, right? And so I'm up for that, right? Psychedelics and everything. But I think it really is just touching on the more broader aspect of who we are on a spiritual level.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I don't know exactly how to connect with people on a spiritual level, because we're in such a fucking anti-spiritual society. We worship at the altar of science. We've become religious about our science, right?
Mm-hmm. And
So
our politicians.
I don't know. Oh, yes. Fuck yes. Yes, Queen. Yes. Go bomb another fucking country, because we have to save those fucking savages from the other savages. Yeah. But it's fucking, I don't, it's very fucking hard to like, I guess appeal to someone's fucking spirit in this day and age, right? So I just thought I'd open this question and speak about what beyond partisanship might possibly mean.
Yeah. Well, that's dope. And as always, we always love it when you call in Shadow Band. So, orale.
Orale. But I've probably been on the fucking phone for too long, jibber jabbering my fucking mouth all around.
Oh, you're good, man. Josh was letting us know that the wrap it up button was getting like removed from the desk, but it wasn't on top of it yet. But we should, and I wanna explore this concept. I do, and I want to take some time with it. So we should do that. One of these Sunday afternoon rock fan shows, just kind of jump into that and see where it takes us. Thank you, brother, calling in. Always love it.
Orale. So I don't really know how to. I don't know how to like finish this up in my truest fashion because I'm not really in a fuck everybody type of mood.
Right? No, you sound like mellow.
Yeah.
I can actually do this. Fuck the right, fuck the left, and orale porque.
Orale.
All right, y'all. We're gonna start winding down the show. We're closing the phone lines. Want to thank absolutely everyone who called in, participated, and let's run through some of the super rays. Costello said, "Where is the GoFundMe?" This will do for now. I dropped the link in the chat a couple of times, and it's also my pinned tweet. Bubblegum Douche says, "Beautiful SND family picture. Love you all." I would assume that's from the GoFundMe. It is. We were so close in April, and it will happen. It will, but we need to get the full picture now with Ali Alexandra. Misha Keys says, "One love SND." Yeah, sure. Or several. I don't know. I mean, it's a funny world. Mandy Jones says, "Loving you all, fam. DM me that flyer template for X." On that, I DM'd Steve Cutler and asked him about a template, and then Twitter or email, and then Oopsmith sent more than $2. Mandy, thank you very much. That is the super raise. And I do want to thank the people who donated to the GoFundMe during the show. You guys are fucking awesome.
It's
You guys rock.
always appreciated on Slow News Day.
And if when more of you do donate to that, feel free to leave a comment. Try not to leave anything that would get us booted from GoFundMe. Ryan Christian sent me a message. He tried a couple of times to donate to it and got error messages, and I don't know if anybody else has experienced that. If you have,
Yeah, sometimes you have to try a couple times. I remember before the Commander X GoFundMe got booted, Ray tried to donate, and when he tried to donate, he had to try like 4 times to get it done. And as well, I remember I used to have that problem with the A4A GoFundMes. I'd have to try like 3 or 4 times to get it done.
Yeah. And it's possible he had a VPN on while he was doing it or something like that. I know that sometimes gets kicked. I've had it get kicked back as an airman. What the fuck? And I'm like, oh, turn off the VPN, and all of a sudden, donation went through. Oh, and Will M, thank you very much. Said much love. Steve, Glory, Sleepy Josh, on the
Much
ones
love.
and twos. Thank you, Will. And thanks for calling in, Will. It was good to hear from you.
Yeah, much
It was.
love.
Jones, what you got?
Just yeah. Thanks everyone who called in. If you go to my Twitter, I have an article out on Hive that's about some updates with deep sea mining and just like kind of a comprehensive overview of where the International Seabed Authority is in fast tracking the deep sea mining processes, because recently they were put on notice to establish regulations within the next 2 years. So yeah, just went over that, and yeah, that's what I got. And then check out Allie on Substack too, because she's got some good stuff out there.
Yeah,
And,
she does.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. Make sure you're around for that recurring second segment. Check out Allie's stuff. It's just fucking funny. It is. Oh, there was John Coyne just threw a super ray at us. I just saw that, and I was just getting messaged by Alice. Says, I don't have time to look into all the details you guys do. I appreciate your work to inform us. Glad there's a few sane people left here. We're thank you, John. Really, I fucking hell appreciate it. We think there's more. We think there's actually like people who really feel like even if they can't put their finger on exactly the who, what, when, where, why, how of it, they know that something is deeply fundamentally wrong. And most people, I believe, at their core level, want to find a different and workable solution, because it's becoming painfully clear to anyone who isn't intentionally looking the other way that this is untenable. So that's what we're doing. I'm gonna be on Black Bear News tomorrow. It's another content creator on the Rockfin who's about to hit 10K. Oh, that's right. That's right. If you were watching the program last night, we were lucky enough to spend some time with our MCSC colleague, Robbie Yeager. Robbie Receipts, Roblet Fire. And we were trying to get Robbie up over 10K. He was like just a handful of people away during the show. I woke up this morning and he was at like 9994 or some shit like that, and he went over today. Burmis went over 25 today. Rockfin is growing, and that's fucking fantastic, because YouTube doing ridiculous shit like kicking off Orf, like suspending Allison Morrow for a week for having, that's an escalation of me going on Convo Couch to talk about us getting the QAnon context warning and them getting the QAnon context warning. Or it's like them getting a strike for having on Ryan Christian. Like it's fucking ridiculous. So if you're watching on YouTube, there are other options. There are. And dude, it's just an email address. You can do that anonymously. You can. And I guarantee you've done weirder shit than sign up for what is ethically far superior and technologically will become at least as friendly, if not more so, than YouTube. And you can do that with Rockfin, or you can do it with Odyssey. We're gonna talk to Ryan about the Super You thing. We're also on D Live. We have a Twitch channel, I think. I don't know. I think. But there are options. YouTube, is the fucking government. Like it would be cool if our shit was getting seen there. It would be different. We would probably do what Franco and Burmis and a number of other people are doing, where they'll cut their YouTube stream at a certain point and bring people over to the Rockfin. But we have double the subscribers on Rockfin as we do on YouTube. We just need the if the view counts matched or were greater, bro, there would probably be no GoFundMe, but because it would be handled. I'm rambling. I'm a little high. There's no bullshit.
Yeah, wrap this shit up. I'm hungry.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Thanks as always to my better than your co-host Glory Jones, Sleepy Josh on the ones and twos. Buymeacoffee.com/Bort. Go do that shit. And we will see you very, very soon. Sunday, 10 a.m. on the West Coast, 1 p.m. on the East Coast. Whitney Webb and Johnny Vedmore. That is going to be fucking killer. Lots of good stuff coming up. Make sure you're around for it. Thank you so much for all your support, guys. Love the shit out of you. Until next time, good luck to us all.